Hello everyone. Welcome back to the new and fresh episode of Embark. Hope you all are doing well in this tough time. Thank you for your amazing response to our sixth podcast. We have 1,000 plus downloads and counting. Keep supporting us like this. It really motivates us to bring more such podcasts. In case you have not listened, please go and have a listen to our latest podcast on MBA in virtual classrooms and how to make the perfect cover letter. And the last one on the best prospects ahead in supply chain. We are streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. Feel free to listen on the platform you prefer. Today's podcast is more special as we have guest with us. And with this guest, we go international as the guest today with us is joining directly from Singapore. She is strategic sourcing and procurement manager with 5 plus years of experience in sourcing and procurement. She has worked in new supplier development and developed end-to-end supply chain with different industries like electrical, telecom, utility, automobile, and manufacturing industries. She has been applying leading processes to obtain the strongest in-depth procurement and supply chain within the organization to strengthen the supplier relationship. And she is also awarded Young Procurement Woman of the Year 2018 by ELSC Conclave Awards. Please welcome with me Rashmi Pandey.
Hey everyone, I'm delighted to talk about one of my favorite topics, that's e-procurement. So let's start.
Welcome to Embark Podcast, Rashmi. We are honored to have you with us today. I'm sure our audience is eagerly waiting to get a sneak peek into e-procurement from you. Let's start with the basic question of what is e-procurement?
Okay, so basically, I would like to explain about procurement. Procurement is normal buying for a business, and e-procurement is termed as electronic procurement. It is the process of buying and selling supplies and services over the internet. That's it. E-procurement is the software-based automation of procurement processes and the automation of user processes to enable them to easily make purchases.
Okay, thank you, Rashmi, for your insights to start with on e-procurement so our audience gets a better insight as we move ahead. The next question to you is like, what is e-sourcing and what is the reverse auction that the world is talking about right now, and what's the difference between these two?
Okay, so let me tell you first the basic difference. Its sourcing focuses on direct goods and services, while procurement focuses on indirect goods and services. This is the so basic difference. And sourcing and procurement typically work together, but that doesn't have to be the case with all the purchasing needs. Sourcing is the first process in the source to pay landscape, followed by contract management, procurement, supplier evaluation, invoice management, payment management, everything. And e-sourcing is the digital version of this process. E-sourcing is process of obtaining quotes or bids from different suppliers via a single online portal like Ariba, Zycus, Coupa, Valua, etc. There are thousands of such tools in the market right now, actually. So you just have to decide what you want. And now let's coming back to what is reverse auction. Reverse auction is a type of e-auction. E-auction is electronic auction. Electronic auction is of two types: forward auction and reverse auction. Forward is used to sell, and reverse is used to buy. That is it.
Okay, thank you for enlightening us on the differences both for e-sourcing and reverse auction. And the next we have is for our audience to understand the difference between e-procurement and procure to pay.
Okay. So actually, e-procurement and procure to pay are not something that I would call apple to apple comparison, because e-procurement is just a way to do procurement, a method, and procure to pay system is a fully integrated solution designed to support an end-to-end process that begins with goods and services requisitioning and ends with ready-to-pay files for upload into an accounts payable system. So procure to pay involves lot of processes in between, like PR to PO. PR means purchase requisition, and to purchase order, contract management, vendor evaluation, vendor governance, vendor analysis, inventory management, logistics management, supplier management. These all terms come under procure to pay. Procure to pay actually refers to a company's procurement process, right from requisition to its payment.
Okay, thank you. The next question for you is like, is it a good idea for a company to get as much spending as possible into an e-procurement solution?
So actually, this is a question which is completely dependent upon the spend of the company and the industry it is in. Like for industries like automobiles, manufacturing, procurement is a very crucial function because if procurement stops functioning one single day, everything stops. But for the other industries like financial sectors or real estate, procurement is just a support function to keep the real business on track. So it completely depends upon the industry and the spend.
Okay, so and when we talk specific about the e-procurement while dealing with the procurement irrespective of the industry we are in, so is the companies more focusing on the e-procurement part?
No, actually, it depends upon how big is your system, what your procure to pay model requires. Like so many companies doesn't need a e-procurement tool to do their function efficiently, but there are a lot of companies which need e-procurement tool to automate so many processes to get end results in a short span of time. So it clearly depends upon the need of the company.
Okay, okay. So the next question is like we have been hearing about reverse auction a lot nowadays, but there are equally number of, you can say not equally, but there are good number of cases coming in where the reverse auction is failing. So why does the reverse auction fail basically?
Okay, so I had already shared a post on LinkedIn few days back, so it's a quite interesting topic to me because I used to do reverse auction for 1 year in my last stint, and what I have faced why reverse auction fails. So I have few points. Like first point would be having not having a clear understanding of reverse auctions, like how does it operate, why it's required, inviting very unknown and unreliable suppliers to bidding, unclear bidding requirements, creating auction events for items with low spend value, conducting auctions on short notice, using an ineffective platform like Ariba is so robust and so is Coupa or some other platform. But if you are making some portal by your own by spending a smaller amount of money on digitalization, so it may like result to um, fail failure of the reverse auction. And reverse auction is a method that has pros and cons. I have always loved negotiating through e-portals, but it can only make you win if it's user friendly.
Okay, so you mean the user friendliness of a software is very important part of this process.
Yeah, like we love to shop through Amazon, Flipkart because like with one click you get all the details, but we don't want to shop through Snapdeal or some other outdated apps, just like that.
Right, right. I get that point, Rashmi. So the next and the last question is like, what would be your 50 cents to the aspiring supply chain enthusiast listening to us and many and that may pursue a career in procurement?
So I would say a career in procurement comes with a very high level of responsibility, also authority after some time, because if you are a purchaser, you are handling some spend, some value of the money. So you always deal with the spend of the company, of the business. That's why it's a very crucial department altogether. And procurement function has been a great career for me so far, as I love interacting and it requires a lot of stakeholder management and cross-functional communications, as purchase and procurement is cross-functionally linked to sales, business development, operations, manufacturing in a direct sourcing environment. So it's a good career for people who love to talk.
Okay, so like I myself being a supply chain enthusiast is definitely looking for this part of supply chain, and as you said, it's good for the people who love to talk. I am one of them. So I definitely
Wow.
want to take insights from you, maybe off the records, and understand what more I could be built on to get a good place in this part of the supply chain.
My
And
pleasure.
on that note, thank you, Rashmi, for taking out time and sharing your insights on e-procurement and reverse auctions. I hope our audience has enjoyed. And thank you, audience, for listening. Hope you learned and have takeaways from this podcast. If this helped you, share it with your friends who might need this. Stay tuned with us. We'll be bringing similar podcast. This is Chaitanya signing off for today. See you in next episode.